fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left. They go play action with Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time to be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 44, Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route, because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the land of security crew. Incomplete here. Well, the other day they told us when we've got third and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out in a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. From the 27, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
The Chargers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
14,
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Wilson on the keeper. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and the Broncos are going to have it 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line. push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's got some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Second and 11.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Credit the
sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. This one left side caught by Gibson.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Williams, the man in motion left. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards for the Chargers there, as they've got themselves a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Again, Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. There he goes, right side. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Williams running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive in the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Up the middle with Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
This is a counter play. Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They go play action with Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. But also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 45 on 2nd down. Herbert forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Right, and I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Herbert now. He's got a man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about it right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21 from midfield now. Here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Brissett.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop it behind the line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Chargers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.
type of people in life. It's people that wake up and